Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another soul session. I am Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom, and today we are discussing patience. And there are a couple of different kinds of patience, and we'll get into that in a minute. But for right now, I want to say thank you for showing up and thank you all as well for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. We're up to 370, I think, subscribers. So the Magic family is growing. Love it. So I got a little bit behind on what I was doing, and hello, Derek. And I didn't pull out the crystal cards that I was going to pull out that all relate to patience. But I did take a few notes. So if you see me glancing down, that's why. I found quite a bit of information about patience, but first let's talk about the different kinds of patience. Okay, so there's the patience that you need to deal with the BS of everyday life. Okay, and then there's the patience that you need when you know something really, really, really awesome is going to happen and you just wish it would get here faster. Hey, enough. So we're going to kind of talk about both of those today. But first, let's stick to the dictionary version of patience. Okay, so the dictionary explains patience as the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. And I am not always the world's most patient person from either area, but I am definitely working on that, and the universe likes to bring me lots and lots of opportunities to practice. There are, I actually found quite a few different stones for patience and tolerance. They kind of lump them together. I found 6 different ones. I do not have examples of any of these, though. I do have a moss agate, but I put that in my husband's little rock bag that he takes with him everywhere, so I don't have that one to show you guys. I thought I had some aventurine somewhere too, but I am not sure where that is. And we'll talk about those in just a couple minutes. But let's continue on with the dictionary definition of patience. It also lists it as the ability to. I already read that part. Often, though, we have a tendency to worry that if we show patience to as well, like as an example, in the supermarket when we're waiting in line and letting people go ahead of you, like, like you have half a cart full, but the person or the 2 people behind you have like 3 items each. And so you let them go first and then you get the death glare from everybody else in line. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it happens to me all the time. Hello, Derek. And it's kind of, rather than it being an indication of weakness, which is why everybody is death glaring you, I kind of like to put it more in a position of you taking your own power back in a situation and really harnessing the fact that, there is no lack and, you can wait a few extra minutes. It's not a big deal, right? And we can often lump that into the other half of patience when you're really anticipating something and you just want it to get there faster. But you have to go through the process of things as well. It's kind of a little bit freeing, really, when you get into it, the whole waiting and watching and knowing when to act thing, when you really get in touch with your intuition. And that's kind of what we're really discussing today is, well, tapping into that synchronistic flow that lets you know that you're safe, loved, and protected, and exactly where you need to be when you need to be, regardless of what's happening around you, right? Indeed. That's often the way that I feel about it too, because very often it's like in the live stream yesterday, um, at least I think it was it yesterday or Thursday? I can't remember which one. We had some trolling pop up in the chat, which rarely ever happens on my live streams, and we just kind of dealt with it and moved on and didn't give it any more power than it was, you know, than like waving away a fly, just because when you focus on grows and when you give attention to the trolls, they have a tendency to get trollier. And we don't need that shit around here, you know? So it was kind of a practice in patience for me too, because I just wanted to, you know, rant at it and make it go away and be like, how dare you show up in my space, you know? But that would have done no good whatsoever, would it? Okay, so let's talk about the stones that are good for patients, and I'm going to try and find them. Actually, maybe I'll just try and find them in the book. I don't know if there's any of them in here, but I was trying to find pictures for you guys too of what they looked like. Um, so we'll try and see if I can find them. So the list of stones for tolerance and patience, lepidolite. Yeah, uh, it could. These were just the ones that I found on this place where I like to buy stones. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know what my dogs are doing. My dogs are teasing each other, and then the little ones start. Well, he's not little anymore. He's 5 and like 50 pounds. But our younger dog is just wants to play with our older dog, and she's such a butthead. And she'll pretend like she's going to play with him, and then she'll get mad at him for playing with her, and it's a vicious circle. I don't know. They're having a moment, and of course, like toddlers, they have to do it as soon as they get on live. Right before I pushed the button to start this stream, they were both sleeping, and now they're both being pains in my butt. So hopefully the whining doesn't come over the mic as bad as I think it is. Anyways, so the stones that they had were moss agate. I already mentioned that one, and it is good for compassion, maintaining a sense of justice internally. It's also enhances your tolerance and patience, particularly when dealing with other people. So that's really good. Right. Our older pit bull is 10 years old, and she's an XL pit bull. So she's like 85 pounds. And she made an appearance a few days ago in the live stream. She's all white. And then our younger American Staffy is, he's 4.5. And we didn't get him fixed because I kind of wanted to find him a girlfriend and have a few little puppies out of him, because he has the most amazing temperament. He was a breeder dump because he has a little bit of psoriasis. So he wasn't up to breed quality. So they just dumped him out in the middle of the woods. And a friend of ours found him, and at the time we were trying to start a pit bull rescue because there just isn't enough of those, and then we ended up having to move out of our house, and it was this huge long story. And he just wants to play with her, and she's such a butt face, so it's always one thing or other. Either that, or she'll sit there and decide that she wants to drink her entire water bowl as soon as I start talking and be extremely loud about it. It is what it is. So that's Pretty much it as far as the information on the moss agate goes. You can look all this stuff up too as well. I'm not going to go super into depth in this, otherwise we will end up being here for the rest of the day. But um, the other stone was aventurine, which I also mentioned, and these are both green stones. So I don't know if the color green has something to do with that too. I'm not a huge colorologist, but right. I never know how loud it's going to be as on the playbacks on the video. So the adventuring is good for patients and it works by calming your anger and irritation and improving your sense of relaxation. It also reinforces your sense of tolerance and self-control. So we can also think of patience as being a extension of that, personal power that we're harnessing and our own personal sovereignty and making sure that we are in control of our actions and reactions at all times. Stella, stop. Can chew on the Kong toy later. Okay, and see, this is where I get my patience tested very often, and I don't know if it's just because I've had 3 toddlers, but right. I had another book, and I don't know where it is. When we moved across country from Washington State to Louisiana, we misplaced so many things, so I have no idea what happened with a lot of my stuff. Oh, that's funny. See, synchronicities everywhere. The other 2 stones that might be kind of popular for other people too are emerald, which brings a sense of loyalty and love and unity, while also promoting friendship and patience in all of our relationships. I think emerald is also a really good everyday kind of stone. I have a tendency to try and suggest that one quite a bit because a lot of times people will have issues with abundance blockages and things like that too, relating to um, not being able to maintain loving relationships as well. And I find emerald has a tendency to really break through that blockage. The other one was blue lace agate. So we actually have blues and green stones, especially. Mostly because the blue lace agate promotes a soothing, calming, and nurturing sense of energy. And it also helps to teach us patience and kindness and wisdom with a sense of tolerance too, as well. Um, the There's a lot of other things that you could. I'm sure there's like 10 other stones as well. Oh, nice. I have never watched that one actually. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I opened up the crystal book and the first stone in there is the blue lace agate. So let's get into that one a little bit. Hey, Sarah. It's good to see you, love. Um, the blue lace agate helps to improve your ability to communicate, and when you should use it when you want to be heard and understood too as well. So this could be good if your job has to do with communicating one-on-one with someone. Um, it also helps you to listen more closely when other people are speaking so that you can make sure you really understand them as well. It helps to develop your ability to read between the lines. And this is what that one looks like. It's a really pretty agate. And then I don't think these are in order though. Oh, it's in the love, romance, and section in my book. Okay, here's adventuring too. I found this one. Nice. Green's mine. It's always mine. Okay, so the green adventuring helps you to stay focused on good eating and healthy and exercise. Good eating and healthy exercising habits too. It also helps you to maintain a healthy heart. It aligns you with the right healthcare and practitioners, and you can use it to maintain focus on the fact that you are in optimal health. Um, See, that didn't even mention anything about patients at all in this book. So you have to really kind of do your digging on these stones too, as well, to find out what other things that they're really good for. Because you can find some really awesome all-purpose stones, and it sounds like aventurine might be one of those. I know amethyst is great for a lot of things too. So um, I was actually kind of surprised not to see it in that list as well. Okay, and then they have emerald listed under the money, creativity, and motivation section in this book. Um, it is a stone of extreme wealth, and you can use this stone to attract financial success through your focused actions. Emerald helps you to recognize that you can earn unlimited income doing what you love, and you should use it to amplify your business skills. So, in terms of patience, I guess it kind of is on the side of the anticipation impatience, um, where you know something's coming, but you have to wait, for X, Y, and Z to happen first. Um, so that's kind of cool. I don't remember if moss agate is in this one. We're going to just finish going through these really quick. And a couple of these she has listed in several sections as well. So I haven't ran into lepidolite in this book either. Okay, so they don't have moss agate in here in this crystal card book. So I don't know if I can blow up the. No, I can't. It won't let me. I don't want to dig around on Google, but those are really great stones too for patients. So now that we've kind of discussed the basics of what this is, uh, coming into it, what kind of things do you guys do to instate more of a sense of patience in your life? Um, I wrote down just a few things that I kind of do. Lepidolite's good for anxiety. Okay. Yeah, I could see how that would help then too, because a lot of these kind of are on the fence, between promoting more of a sense of uh, the anxiety ish aspects, I guess. So, a few of the things that I do are I take a big deep breath, because I don't know if about any of you guys do it, but I know when I do it, when I start getting really stressed out, I start holding my breath, and it's a really bad trauma response. I'm working on it though. I also have a tendency to try and make a concerted effort to take my time and think about everything that I'm doing, and kind of, I don't know, put it in sections, I guess. Because if I think about everything that I have to do during the day, I kind of uh, get into this super anxiety mode where I just end up getting nothing done and staying in bed all day. So I have to kind of slow down and take a breath and break it down into, smaller bite-sized chunks. I like to use an 18-hour schedule where it's cut everything up into like half an hour chunks. And then I just write one thing or two things in each of the boxes. And then when I go through it, I feel super accomplished, even if all I had in the box was take a shower and make a cup of coffee, you know. But sometimes it's really the little things that get you through it. um, I also have a tendency to make sure I try and think before I speak, because I have a tendency to just blurt things out and not think about how the other person is going to feel about it, because I'm telling the truth. So people want to hear the truth, right? No. Right. So I'm working on tact as well. Also, counting to 10 sometimes works, and just being mindful and living in this present moment of now instead of 5 minutes in the future. Okay. Right. Same here. That's a great one too. Derek said that he remembers that God puts on the brakes when we need to slow down. So if he gets held up for whatever reason, he trusts that it's for an actual reason. We were kind of talking about that yesterday when the card came up. The obstacles and are just pointing you in the right direction. So take a quick deep breath and focus on the other things surrounding you, because sometimes you're just being asked to turn a different direction. And we as humans often get stuck in the we know exactly how to do it, and sometimes there is an easier way if we follow the flow. Exactly. Divine timing and everything. All right, so let's pull out a soul truth card for this Saturday soul session. I'm going to try to start doing these every Saturday at 1, as opposed to the 10 a.m. Um, morning sessions that we've been doing during the week. Trying to get back into a routine now that everything's a little bit more settled. Which brings us to our question. This is also a really good way to get into a more patient aspect, is to focus on the things that you are grateful for. So, what are you grateful for right now? Right? And this is how we are going to adopt a more abundant mindset, because gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It's impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. So, gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. Our first soul action for this Saturday says, the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. And notice the abundance growing within you, right? And that's a good one too, just to be grateful for right now as we all gather here and mingle our energies and reach a higher state of consciousness just in that communing, right? So that's awesome. All right, let's get 2 more for today's session. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, so as we're looking at the things that we are grateful for, there's going to be things that we are no longer looking at. And so the question comes up, what can you burn? And the answer to that from the universe is always burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you're not enough. She says, burn, baby, burn, because your soul is calling and it's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past, because you are free and your wings are ready. Use them. Your next soul action for today says to make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. And what will your next chapter look like? Right? And this is something we were being asked really strongly all through this week's um, lives. And It was really figuring out what that passion is and what that dream really looks like. You know, think of the biggest dream you have and then make it even bigger. And that's what the universe wants to bring you. But we kind of have to get out of our own way first and break it up into smaller segments and figure out, okay, what can I do right now? And how is it going to further my ultimate dream and get me closer to that? Right? And how can I be patient enough to let it happen instead of trying to force it before it's ready? Nice. All right. Let me get my hair out of the way here. And let's get another card. Let's dive even deeper, huh? What's that for? There it is. And our third card is, am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? In other words, is your cup full, or are you still searching for ways to fill it? Right? Because in this life, you are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body's feeling, how much sleep you're getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Right? Because oftentimes we need patience, are those times that we're being asked to slow down and wait. So your last soul action for today says to take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today and notice your body thanking you. The mantra is, the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Right? So a little call out from the universe. And in the order they came out, we need to be asking ourselves, what are we grateful for? You know, what can you let go of? What can you watch burn to ashes? Right? What is ready to go? And then, you know, think about how much more peace that is going to give you so that you can spend a little bit more time resting in the knowledge that you're safe, loved, and protected, and everything is always working out for you. Right? All your needs and wants are met above and beyond your greatest expectation, as long as you're getting out of your own way. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but that's why we're given the tools that we are given, you know. And patience is a big one. Patience is one that is really difficult to cultivate, though, sometimes, especially for those of us who know where we're going. But we have to go through the process just as much as everyone else. Otherwise, how can we reassure them that they're going the right direction? Okay. Let's get a... Let's pull some Sacred Traveler cards today. Oh, I pulled a Steampunk Tarot card too that came out. The Queen of Cups. And there she is asking, is your cup full? Are you giving from the overflow? And if it's not full, what are you grateful for? And focus there until you can give from the overflow once again. Beautiful. Typo. What were you trying to write? All right. How are you doing, Sarah? What are you up to today? Never worry about being late. Whenever you show up is exactly all right on time. The Affirmators deck. This is the one I use. I use this one quite a bit. They're a great deck. You can find them on knockstuff.com. I want to say I paid like $15 or $20 for them. They're great. They're little affirmation cards, and they all have a really snarky, funny little message on them about really, really important stuff. I love them. They have a few different decks. They also have a tarot deck too that I really want to get my hands on. Oh, I feel your pain, love. Happy birthday to your daughter. Our son's going to be 17 soon in March. Actually, him and Angel Fish are really close together. His birthday's the 14th and hers is the 6th. All right, let's get a Sacred Traveler card. I think we'll pull 3 of these today. Let's stick with magic number. Oh, nice. See, we all have weird little connecting pieces that are the reason why we are tribe. I'm super happy. Like this week, we've picked up like 1 new subscriber a day. It's big growth for us. More people are looking for less bullshit and more truth. So hopefully we'll watch the tribe grow even more. And then once we get to 1,000 subscribers, all that really cool YouTube stuff opens up and we can dive even deeper. All right. They focus, otherwise these cards aren't going to pop out. All right, what kind of energy are we looking as we go into the new week? All right, that's a good one. Also something I said already. Those, both of them? No, not that one. One more. There it is. Okay, so 2 popped up and 1 popped up upside down. So we are going to start there with the one I have not seen, and it is, ooh, nice, cleansing waters, reminding us to raise our vibration by letting go of what's not needed, right? Purification activates our vibrant life force, and that is what we are trying to achieve, right? We do that by stepping into our power, right? Are you still using the light to guide your way? Or have you got to the point now where it's second nature and you know exactly where your feet need to go so you can hold the light up for others? And both are okay, right? But you are strong beyond measure, and the universe is reminding you of that. So do not doubt those abilities that you were given so you could be someone holding up the light for others. And remember, you are protected by angels, right? You are cherished by the angels, by source, by creation, and by all of us. Sometimes. All right. We'll get the bottom of the deck and we'll read that one out of the book for today. And it is staying focused, right? So this is where we need to be at. Hold the course. Remember what you're doing this for, right? Let me grab the book. Oh my goodness, Karma. Okay, we might have to find you a new spot. She's calling attention to herself. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. So with this card, the Sacred Traveler wants us to know that on the path, it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. Do not take any side roads right now. Stay the course and keep going no matter what emerges in your path that distracts you. It's easy to get lost and forget where you're heading, so recommit yourself to your destination. What you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on what is worthwhile, beautiful, and inspiring. And refrain from focusing on what's not working. Only focus on the direction you want to go, right? And we very often get sucked into that whole loop, right? It looks like nothing is happening, but what you're not seeing is all the inner workings on the underside, on the universe's part, that are aligning all of the pieces so that they can come together in the right order. And that is our biggest point that we need to stay focused on right now, is in this whole awakening process, when we realize what kind of power we're stepping into as far as being a light for ourselves, you start becoming a light for other people too as well. And the more you recognize your own personal power, the more it lets other people know that it's okay. You can be, do, or have whatever you like. You're not free from the consequences of doing, having, and being whatever you like. But for the most part, most of us have pretty awesome intentions. So I'm not really worried about the backlash from the karmic aspects. Exactly. And the timing does not always match our human limitedness, right? As humans, we want to limit things, and the universe knows none because there are none. So dream big, and then dream even bigger. And just sit back and wait and be patient and watch it all kind of roll into your lap, seemingly with a miracle. All right, let's close this out today with let's get a few affirmatory cards. I think we'll pull those today for everybody in the chat. This seems to be the point where everybody starts popping in. So we'll start with you, Derek, and then I will do Sarah. I think we'll take a starseed card too as well for everybody too. Okay. We'll skip the pick a pile today. We'll save that for during the week. Ooh, it's in there. I can feel it. It's having a hard time popping through though. Maybe it's because there's more than one. That one. Okay. And a starseed card. All right, Derek, you get options. Ooh, I do love when the options card pops up because we have so many options. And you get inner alchemy. I love that. So, inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love, right? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Stay focused on what you know. Step into the power of knowing that you are protected by those higher than you. Okay. And options reminds you that you need to stay open to the abundant possibilities of your life's path. Be reminded as well that you always have unlimited options because life is a buffet and you're going to allow yourself to choose whatever makes you happiest without limiting thoughts. Like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Because, well, it's your fucking baked potato and you can top it with whatever you like as long as it's not hurting anyone. Why do they care? Right? It's all about your inner alchemy, my friend. So be reminded you have all the options. All right, Sarah. You're welcome, love. I'm actually surprised there's not more people in here today. Everybody was asking for a Saturday session, and here I am. All right, Sarah, you had 2 jump out. And my nose is itching. Uh-oh. Yep, for real. That was actually 2 jumpers. And this one right here. Okay, so let's start with your starseed card, and your message is about gratitude, right? So universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you, right? Big, little, doesn't matter. Focus on that gratitude. Step into the cleansing waters of abundance and realize all the things that you have already, and then the universe is going to bring you more and more and more of those things. Beautiful. Awesome. You get divine timing, Sarah, and this message keeps popping out. We were talking about this earlier. And magic. Aw. All right. So, Sarah, remember everything is timing and timing is everything. Gladly, you're going to release your concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. You're going to trust the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. And sometimes it can take a long time to reach divine middle management, right? So trust that everything is working out perfectly and you are right where you need to be, right when you need to be there. Because you believe in magic, because you see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, we would rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. However, you are going to fill your days with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. Because, well, universal love shines through the miracles in your life, right? And miracles are all around you. What better message for the magic family, huh? Only the best around here. All right. Is that everybody? Anybody else want cards pulled? No, there's some. We got a collective, right? I guess we'll get one more to close this out with today, and we're gonna call it a day. So, what does patience require of us? first and foremost, the courage to have faith in divine timing, right? The courage to step into our power, to realize we're safe, loved, and protected always, in all ways, and stay focused on the fact that everything is always working out for us and all our wants and needs are met above and beyond our greatest expectation, right? So remember, Magic Family, no one is fearless. No one. But even though we are not fearless, we are courageous. And when fear shows up, we're not going to run away from it. We're going to use our courage to conquer it. Because our courage allows us to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts and then quickly hide behind somebody bigger until it goes away. And that somebody bigger is creation itself, right? Something that we are just one infinitesimally small physicalized piece of. But indeed, we are all one. And the more and more we unite as a whole in the knowledge that we are loved and we're here to be love, well, the better the universe is going to look all the way around. So be the change. Be good. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And remember, favor follows you wherever you go, as does my love. And I will see you once again on Monday morning for another magical morning. Love y'all. Be good.